Hello, hello. One of these days, I'm going to get better at splitting these episodes in actual recording instead of, recording these and going from there. But without further ado, let's get on to episode 4 of Neon Shadows.
When we get back to the hole in the wall, we'll enjoy the bourbon and the cigars.
Celebrate Charlie's vacation.
Well-earned break.
Oh, and the city avoiding disaster.
Lark's just going to walk up to both Cassius and Bess and just be like, "Hey guys, if you need help getting any of those paint stains out of your clothes, I know a little about getting paint stains out of clothes, and I'd be happy to help you."
Vest holds up his now perfectly clean gloves and jacket. I don't know what you're talking about, Lark.
Cassius, who in the room upstairs had removed his jacket for a short time, just kind of like pulls it to the side, and there's like a large red spot on his shirt. He's like, "Oh,
I thought you said you were gonna stay clear. What happened?"
Well, you remember when Jorg started to come to the second time, and you got distracted.
I don't.
I mean, do you remember when Jorg told you, "Hey, look at this painting over here"?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Right, yeah.
I got a little excited. I saw a patch on the wall that needed some fixing up, and I just went.
So, Cass, if you need help, you just let me know. I can help you get that right out.
Yeah, sure, why not? I wasn't gonna make it back to the cloud tops tonight, anyways.
Man, I feel bad for whoever the cleaning person is that goes unlocks that office in the morning, whichever one of the four women it is.
No, I'm. When we get back to the bar, I'm gonna make a call. We're gonna have somebody go over and help
take care of it. That makes sense.
Take care of the mess. Yeah.
Clean up the painting. Paint's all left out and everything.
Yeah, Charlie's a fool. He forgot to put some tarp down, so the carpet's a little messed up.
Are we gonna fast walk to the hole in the wall at this point?
I think so. I don't think anything too outrageous happens on our walk past. I think that it's with the fires moved past, the Forger's Alley kind of calms down a little bit.
What would happen
People go back to their home. You could. It is never the wrong time to drop an ace, to drop a spade. But yeah, I do think we passed a couple more people, a couple more criers, just trying to blame all of this on the Rust Rivers, and Vest just shakes his head every time. So I think by the time we make it back to the hole in the wall, everyone's out of the shelter, and like the musicians are back to playing again. People are drinking again.
Like nothing even happened.
Like nothing even happened.
Just another day in the alley.
Say is the remains of the Aether fire from the hole in the wall?
I would say at this point, the Aether fire has probably made its way down past this first bend once you hit the Rust Rivers. It's also very possible the supply barge was much further up at this point in time.
I wonder if I can get my hands on some of that residue left over from the fire. And this is Martin talking to himself as he's smoking a cigar and drinking some of the bourbon.
Martin,
Can we hear you say that to yourself?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's not doing anything to try and hide it.
Martin,
Oh, what?
why do you want ether residue?
Oh, that came out loud, didn't it?
A little bit,
I'm
buddy.
wondering if I was able to get my hands on some, I might be able to figure out what caused the fire.
I kind of want some just because I think I could use it to mix with my paints.
No, I'm
I've-
pretty sure that we could probably make a run over towards. He looks towards the hole, which you can see from the hole in the wall. If you're sitting at like that, if you're sitting like on this side and you look out the window, you can probably actually see the hole in the wall. So I'm sitting over here, which is I think where they're drinking right now. So Beth looks down the hole. You know, we could probably make our way down to the Rust Rivers and just again, they don't contain it down there. It'll go all the way up to the bank if hopefully we're lucky and doesn't spread out past that. But
Martin, that's
close
genius.
by.
I mean, I mix ether dust with my paints all the time, but it's so expensive, and I've never tried it when it's been burned already. I wonder how that would change the. Huh. Yes,
You know,
I'm in.
you could just make it, right?
What, like burning it?
Yeah, just get you a tank or something to put water in. You got to burn it in water, otherwise it's going to be a disaster. And light it up.
Listen,
Yeah,
Cass, I'm not trying to.
there, Mister.
Yeah, I'm not trying to burn down the city.
I don't know. You do it like outside and small. Be fine.
Plus, do you know how expensive ether is right now?
I do. I absolutely do, especially whenever you have to go about getting it in shady ways.
Secondhand
Mhm.
market.
Mm-hmm.
I think I bought this suit.
Just for that, you don't get to meet my tailor.
That was a joke. Come on.
No.
Bought this suit because never mind. That's not a story for today.
I mean, we can probably make our way over. You know, if you follow Westridge down, they'll bring us most of the way down to the bank to the shoreline. You know, I don't think we'll pass by anything big on our way down there. I mean, hell, the supply bar's main port is not that far from here. It'll probably be hour walk for us to get to the shoreline.
Well, I'm always up for an adventure, but if we're gonna do this, I'm gonna have to drink a little bit more first because I am in no mood to deal with those bumpkins down there.
It's a little rude.
Yeah, they don't.
I mean,
they
I
don't mind
understand.
it.
Oh, they don't mind it.
No, they don't mind it. It's fine. I got friends down there, but they're
Would you say you have friends in low places, Cass?
I mean, that's pretty much where we are.
I mean, isn't that where the whiskey pours and the beer chases?
Oh, yeah. We are kind of there right now, aren't we?
Yeah, this is the low places, by the way.
That's what we're calling it, is the low places.
Are you back?
No.
Then shut up. No, yeah. So no, yeah. The hole in the wall is about as low places as you can get until you get to like some of the actual moonshine spots down in the Rust Rivers.
all I'm saying is the last time I was down below this wall, this guy made fun of my suit. All right, it was a really nice suit, and he wouldn't stop talking about it.
You do
And then
look
he
like a
laughed
bit of
when I
a
got
city
mud.
slicker.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, yeah, Kaz, you kind of look like new money. Of course, it doesn't play well down there.
Yeah.
You always could put on different clothes.
You're
I
funny,
don't think
Mark.
he. I
Never
don't think
stop
he
playing
owns different.
music.
I don't think. I don't think. Yeah. I don't think he owns anything other than clothes of that caliber. Actually.
Well, you see, what had happened was I grew up very poor around here, and then I got money, and I liked it.
Yeah, new money.
Yeah, so I bought nice things, and I threw all my old crap away. Or
Yeah, and
It's funny
I
because I
do.
think that Cass and Lark look very different. Cass is definitely trying to like buy nice things and like look like money. And Lark, you would notice if you looked closely enough because her clothes are like ripped and stuff like that, but they're
They're
really
quality,
good.
aren't they?
They're quality, right? And they're stained
Yeah.
with the paint and stuff like that. Like she's definitely trying to downplay where she comes from.
Right. And I'm just imagining that that Vest just kind of gives her that once over and that quiet look of, really, we're going to talk about money, are we? Doesn't say anything, just gives her a look.
She just kind of she does that like double take thing like to see if he really gets it, and then you see a look of almost like a little paranoia on her face.
all right, I think
And
we need to do something to break this tension here, boys and girls.
What tension? I'm having a
but
good time.
Dad,
I think Aspen's gonna come back right in that moment, kind of brushing herself off, looking the same as she did when she left. No big changes or anything like that. Um, and looks at Sylvie and just has that smile on her face and goes, "There will be a new caretaker at the orphanage tomorrow morning."
Sylvie stares back for just a moment, letting the words kind of sink in. And then this slow, sort of shy grin starts on her face. But quickly it becomes more like sly and mischievous, as if, as if she is feeling good about the result.
Lark
getting a
is
little bit
pretty
like,
sure that Cass and Vess are murderers now, and so she's looking between the two of them.
what do you
like,
mean
man,
now? Hold on. Wait
she
a
was
second.
she was like confused.
Nobody
She was like,
said
did
he
you
was
beat him up?
dead.
Well, now she's assuming he's dead based on all of the information. She thought you just roughed him up a lot, and now she's pretty sure
Yeah,
you murdered
a
him.
lot. Like
A
most
whole
of the
lot.
way.
Yeah.
Look, he was breathing when we left. Was he breathing well? Eh.
How well can you breathe with broken ribs?
Right. I mean, that's just part of it.
Aspen kind of hears all this and mutters to herself. So anybody who's near the front door would hear her. That knows what's going on would understand and goes, "It's also hard to breathe with a noose around your neck, but."
At this moment, Cassius just kind of looks over. Aspen, you think I could pull off denim?
I'm sorry.
Not what she was expecting right back in off of the street.
Did you just ask if you could pull off denim?
Yeah, like
I think he
planning.
could.
We're talking about going out there and
Going out.
He's
make
mad.
fun of my clothes. So
Russ Rivers. He points. Vest points to Martin and Lark. They want remains from the Aether Fire. They want the leftover residue to do science and arty things with. Which means easiest way to do that is to go through the eponymous hole and go to the shore and collect it. Cass is upset because last time he was down there, one of the good old boys made fun of him for being a slitty slicker. And he felt offended.
I need jeans and a hat and a shirt with
No sleeves.
I was gonna say less blood.
Full Canadian.
No, wait. Is the blood a good thing? Would that help?
Yeah, down there the blood might be a good thing.
Put me
But-
out.
Hang on.
I'll keep the shirt. I need some jeans.
And a hat.
I would
Oh,
do
hey,
something
Aspen's back.
Okay,
a little
I'm gonna play
bold.
something.
I know, me too. Hang on. Oh, okay, not what I was thinking.
I'm sorry. Charlie gave me this bottle of bourbon, and I've been enjoying it.
It's quite good bourbon. You should have a little bit of it.
So right at this moment. Oh, Aspen, go ahead, do what you're gonna do, and then I'm going to say what
Wait a
happens when I play
second.
my
This
spade.
isn't the card I think it is it?
No, it's not. We've already played that one. So, I'm actually gonna put a card down in case you want this to be a card play. That's fine, we can. But I want Aspen, as Cassius is talking about having to fit in with the rust, walk over and with this very apologetic look on her face, grab a hold of the sleeve of his jacket and pull.
Rip. Yes. Rip the sleeves. Rip the sleeves. Rip the sleeves. Play for it. Play for it.
I have a card out. We can play
Yeah.
for it.
Let's let it happen.
Okay.
And in his slightly inebriated state, he's gonna look shocked for a second, and just a little bit mad for a second, but then realizing who he's talking to, who he's interacting with, he's gonna like swallow that, and then he's gonna jokingly say, "Aspen, there are way too many people in this room for that sort of behavior."
She's gonna huff and puff her cheeks out. She goes, "No, stupid, so you fit in," as she rips the other sleeve.
So you're.
You pull the
making it-
sleeves off, it's just a really nice vest. This doesn't help.
It's
She grabs
not
the
even a
pocket,
vest.
rips the pocket.
So right at that moment, a man walks in, and he is wearing a denim shirt and denim pants and a denim jacket and a denim fedora.
I'm very sorry to all of our Canadian people who are like, "Yeah, Neon Shadows," and watch this.
Cassius goes, and then stands up.
Uh,
You,
huh?
how much
What?
for your clothes?
What? Oh, my name's Bob the Denim Man. I sell jeans out of the back of my cart if you want to step
No.
outside.
No, I want that.
That's I sell. You don't need my clothes. You can I can sell them. They're right outside.
You have all of that.
Yeah, I have other stuff too. I have like denim gloves. I have denim skirts, denim
Oh, no.
dresses. You can have anything you denim socks, man. Like I got everything. Denim shoes.
Sylvie is
Like,
just
Cass-
kind of looks around. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. It's fine.
Oh, so he's
Just
from the
kinda
Valley
looks
of
around at
Ontario.
everybody.
Got it.
And it's just like, I think I'm starting to become allergic to denim, guys.
Cassius just reaches in his pocket and pulls out a wad of cash and says, "Guys, we can all dress up and go to the Rusts."
I don't need denim. I'm fine as is.
Lark's like, you know,
Imagine
I have been wanting
everybody-
to get a denim jacket.
everybody head to toe clad in denim. Let's go.
We're not doing that.
No, I think I'm good. Thank you.
It's
All right.
happening.
Well, Lark's gonna follow Bob the Denim guy outside. I'm assuming Cass goes too.
Bob the Denim
We don't
Man.
know them. We could. You know what? He looks towards. He looks towards everyone else. Just towards everyone else.
You
We should
fuck
just
it.
go now. We don't have to know them.
So yeah, because of the spade I played, Bob the Denim Man now exists in this world, and you can buy any denim product you would like from him, Cass. So
Does-
whatever your denim outfit looks like, you
Does
may
he
have it.
sell denim body bags?
No, but he
Does he
could make one. He has a
sell-
sewing machine there too. He can make custom products quickly.
An
Denim.
industrial. He has an industrial sewing machine with like an with like a embroidery needle on it.
Yeah. It also has one of those bedazzler guns, so like from
Oh,
like
God.
the 80s and stuff, so that you can like put rhinestones on your denim jackets and whatnot.
Be a rhinestone cowboy.
I was gonna hold off on it, but
I'm imagining that like Cass walks back in with like Juicy bedazzled on the back of his jacket.
No,
that's
it's
what
on
he-
the ass
that's
of his
what he
jeans.
thinks. There you go. Juicy on the ass of his jeans. Because that's what he thinks is stylish in the rust.
Nah, he's not that. He's not that out of touch.
Okay, the 90s. I could honestly, like, I wasn't sure when that whole trend started, and I always say things are
90s.
like the 90s, and then people are like, "No, that actually happened before. You just say 90s because you're a 90s kid." So like, I don't know.
Anything that happened before the 90s is irrelevant. Just screw those people.
Facts. But yeah, so Lark will come back in, and she's bought like a very 90s jean jacket that actually goes like pretty well with the rest of her paint colored clothes and stuff. She looks like one of those kids on like PBS shows from the 90s.
I was about to say.
His
Brought to you by viewers like you.
Yeah.
like Justin Timberlake when he was on Star Search.
Yes. Yes, like that.
Ether denim.
Cass walks in and he's
We
just
we sew some ether into it.
Yep. That's for the bedazzle, you bedazzle ether into it. That's what you bedazzle into it.
Cass just walks back in like a pair of blue jeans, and his ripped jacket has been removed. He's kind of like tosses his hair until it's a little messed up. Like, yeah, let's go get us some of that ether.
Oh my god.
Ether residue.
Oh. Veth just grabs the rest of the bourbon bottle and just straight downs it.
Oh, Vess, I actually got you something while I was out there because you were so nice earlier in helping me stay calm and stuff, and I thought you'd like this. And it's like a wallet made of denim, so you don't have to display it.
Very kind. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. He says he takes it and takes out his own wallet, transfers everything into his new wallet, and puts it into his pocket. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Good. I'm glad you
Cassius
like
approaches the table. Sorry.
it. Go ahead, your turn.
He approaches the table and he's like, "Yeah, I was gonna do the full suit, but when I took off my old jacket, he saw the paint on my shirt and kind of left in a hurry."
Well,
I was a little shocked though, Cass. You did just take your pants off like right outside in the middle of the street to change.
You're welcome.
oh. Mm. Cool. Oh.
So are we gonna go?
I think we should go.
Yeah. I imagine like
Yeah.
the whole bar has just gotten really quiet to listen to this exchange, and like it got really quiet as soon as Lark was like, "I'm really shocked that you just took your pants off outside to change."
Look, we don't kink shame at this table, but public indecency is public indecency.
Wearing boxers.
That's not even the worst thing I've done in public today.
Yeah.
She kind of looks
Same.
at Cass as she goes,
You remember what happened at the orphanage?
Well, we had a good conversation with Charlie. What are you talking about?
And painted his walls red.
Look, it's the only color he had on hand.
Bold
Not my
choice.
fault. Very bold choice. I warned him it wasn't a good decision, but he didn't listen.
Was he looking for a contrast wall? I hear that's like all the rage now in interior design.
He
Yes.
said he was going to come by with some black and kind of go for like a goth aesthetic. I don't know. He's going through some things.
God, isn't that like so 10 years ago?
That's so 50 years ago.
It is. He's probably going to change all of his outlets over to those black face covers too, and then you can't even see the holes where you plug stuff in. It is a nightmare.
Yeah, especially trying to plug something in dim light.
Ugh, yeah.
That is an occupational health and safety hazard. He may want to check the regulations on accessible electrical outlets.
Well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that it'll be resolved by the next time we run by the orphanage.
Well, that's good to hear. Let's go down to the river.
Yeah, let's go down to the river.
Oh, I'm gonna
Cassius
grab
picks
a
up
bottle
the
of
empty
whiskey.
bottle off the table and says, "Yeah, nothing to stay here for anymore."
Yep. I'm gonna do that thing where as I'm like walking past the bartender turns her back to fill something. I reach over the bar and grab a full bottle of whiskey and just like
But you
Take
grabbed rail whiskey.
I did.
Oh.
Look, you can't.
Cassius
You
is
just
just
gotta
like,
grab.
"I like
You can't-
you."
Yeah, you just gotta grab. You can't like pick what you want. That takes too much time. You just gotta grab and move.
You're like, "I like you. You're my kind of people."
We're gonna have a good time.
This is my life.
It doesn't have to be your life.
Shut up! I wouldn't
Oh.
trade it for the world.
Come on, Vest. The ether waits for no one.
I don't know. I might trade the life.
I would trade the life while you're head vest. And she's gonna kind of pat vest on like kind of the right in chest to shoulder area. Just go yep as she just walks to catch up with Cassius and Martin and them.
Yeah.
So after you left, Aspen, I meant to tell you after you left, the bracelet told me that you. I got a sense of how far away you were, and in what kind of overall condition you were in. Does that make sense?
It's not creepy at all.
Aspen's face is just gonna. It's dark outside, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So you're not gonna be able to see it, but she could feel it. Aspen's face just goes red. He goes, yeah, huh? That is really odd. I don't know. It's a really neat bracelet. Where did you say you found it again?
I found it in an abandoned aether factory.
Yeah. She just kind of is not gonna know what to do or say, or she's just like, yeah, huh? And like looks up at the sky, looks around, maybe listening to other conversations.
There was a paper put out in AetherTech Quarterly in the engineering section that talked about how it was possible to create paired reciprocal devices that could relay relevant information between the bearers of the two devices. That must be what this is.
Oh, that must be. Wow, that's really awesome that you found one. It was my understanding that the miners used them mainly so that way they could keep track of each other. What?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm very excited to go see what you and Lark come up with this aether residue. What are you exactly looking to do with it?
I'm hoping that I might be able to determine what caused the aether to catch fire or something.
You can tell all that just from the residue?
If I can get close enough to it, I pull out my magnifier and I'm like, this can.
Oh, that's really awesome. Did you build that?
Not exactly. I found it, and it shows me things.
You just there's more of a relief in her voice now that the subject has completely changed to something else.
Yeah. Anyway, off to the shoreline. Yes, that's where we were headed. And I mean, and Martin is just confused.
So we just hop, skipping, and jumping to shore.
We got a long walk.
Do it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of a long walk.
It's about the same distance as the orphanage.
A little bit further.
It's a little bit, but not much. We don't have to worry about crossing a body of water to get to the orphanage, though. To get to the shore, though.
Okay. So I would assume we get there pretty uneventfully. Um.
At last, I have reached the tallest peak in all the world, where the wisest person lives. Finally, I'll get the answers I seek.
Welcome. I am the wisest person in the world. Ask me your question.
What is my purpose in life? What should I be doing to achieve pure happiness?
You must stream Game Master Monday.
Come again.
Game Master Monday, the bi-weekly podcast that plays a new one-shot in a new system in a new setting with a new cast every episode. Listening to their funny jokes and wild stories is the only path to happiness, my child.
Sick. I'm going to go home and binge the whole thing right now.
What a nice kid. Oh dear, he fell off the mountain. Now they'll never know how good Game Master Monday is.
Clark is going to get into her bag, and you see that she has these little jars with these snap lids on them. And she pulls out one, and it's maybe about the size of like a soda can. And it's about a quarter way full of what you would notice is ether powder. And she like, oh, nope, and puts that one back in to her bag, and then she grabs an empty one, and she puts on gloves and gets like a little brush, and like a little pan, that she's getting to scoop some of this powder, looking for residue, trying to get some for her little jar.
Martin is going to go up to the shoreline, and he takes out his magnifier, and he just puts his head down, puts the magnifier in front of his glasses, and just starts walking.
Hey, Martin, let me know if you find any large deposits.
That's a big 10-4, little buddy.
What? Oh?
We're here.
We're here.
Said I lost connection to the room.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I did. I'm the only one in Albert.
I don't see you in Albert, actually.
I do.
Yeah,
What?
no. It shows me and only me, and I'm still looking at the map.
Just refresh it.
Yeah, just say refresh. 'Cause I'm seeing myself, Squidsy. There you are.
Ah, there we
You're
go.
back.
Technical difficulties resolved.
Hooray.
Okay.
Ooh. Who did that?
I
What
did.
to do? Oh, you already did. Never mind.
So, someone bumps into one of the characters, physically moving them a few steps, cursing under their breath.
Who is the person? What do they look like?
Somebody bumps, so it's dark. Um, uh, and I would imagine that the shoreline, it's not really sand. I would imagine it's rocky.
Yeah, that makes sense. I agree with that. I think it'd be more rocky down here.
Uh, and so Aspen is like trying to come down from this moment of anger as as Martin rather just matter of factly describes the very the mundane, what seems like mundane properties of these bracelets, and all of a sudden somebody just knocks her over.
Who?
Who gets knocked over?
Aspen.
Oh,
Aspen.
I thought I heard Aspen, but my brain was like, no.
So yeah, I think that kind of in response, before Aspen can fall, Vess kind of catches Aspen and then just grabs the guy by the collar.
Whoa there, partner.
Sorry, I didn't see anybody there. Oh man. Oh God, is it a bad headache? Oh. I mean, he's a junkie. Is the long and the short of it.
Got it.
And I mean, he's thin. He's pasty. He's very clearly in the throes of withdrawal from whatever his drug of choice is. But he just came out of nowhere.
Oh. Seeing that he doesn't really seem like an actual threat, Vess sets him back down onto the ground and pushing him back a little bit. Not like to knock him over, but just like backing him away from the group.
Cassius is like, whoa, head up. Check his pockets before you let him go.
Whoa, man! I'm unarmed. He puts his hands up, and he like lowers his head. He's like, I'm not a threat. I promise. I'm just.
Hey, Aspen, make sure you still have all your stuff on you.
Nobody's threatened by you, friend.
Sure.
Just want to know what you took from her.
I didn't take anything. I promise.
She's gonna check through her bag, and
Don't go anywhere.
actually notices that she is missing her pass to get home.
Give it back.
What are you talking about, man? I don't know what I didn't take anything.
I'm asking politely. It's an old fucking way to try to get something from a mark. Give it back. You're not going to pawn it. You're not going to get money out of it. Give it back.
I'm going to call over. You should listen to them. They've already killed someone today.
Lark!
That's not true. We painted a room.
Oh, whoa, okay. And he reaches into this like ratty leather jacket that he has. He takes the pass out, he drops it, and he books in the opposite direction.
I think that Vess is going to bend down on the beach, picking up a rock, tossing it in his hands for a moment, looks over at Cass, letting him get like a distance away. But I can give him a reminder not to do this again.
Eh, I've seen enough paint for one day.
Fair enough. Just lets the rock roll from his fingers. At least he was smart enough to give it back.
Yeah, Aspen's gonna very quickly pick it up off the ground and put it back in her bag.
And
Thank you.
Lark.
What? She like comes up and you see that she's like she has the faintest amount of burnt ether powder in the bottom of this jar, and she's like on her hands and knees. What? What?
You can't just go around saying that we killed somebody.
It's nobody would actually believe that you killed somebody. If you actually like saying it out loud means you're less likely to have actually done it.
Veth looks over at Cass, and then I'm assuming the both of us kind of give Lark this just, are you stupid look.
Pretty much,
Oh,
yeah.
come on. It was so funny. He's a junkie. Nobody cares what he thinks.
And what about a patrol boat came by when we weren't paying attention?
Yeah, and I'll be like, we were threatening him because he stole something from our friend.
And this is paint on my shirt.
And
right.
Actually, you know what? Give me your shirt, Cass.
Hey, we're in public.
And he starts taking it off.
Right. So first she yells at you for taking your pants off. Now she wants you to take your shirt off. I can't follow at this point.
Let me clarify. I didn't yell that he took his pants off. I said I was surprised by it. There's a difference.
Also,
Yeah.
let's be fair. Cassius is public indecency just being.
That's fair.
She kind of waves her
That's
hand in front of Cassius. Just all of this.
That's just rude. He says, still taking his shirt off.
Okay.
Been nothing but nice to you, Aspen. Nothing but nice.
And Lark is going to take his shirt, and she takes another little bottle out of her bag that has just like a clear liquid on it. And she dumps it on the shirt and start rubbing it between her hands, and then she takes it down to the river and rinses it out. When she comes back, the stain's gone.
Ooh.
Well, damn.
Damn.
Is that tied?
Oh. Yeah. It's tied. That's what it is. No, it's just I had to come up with my own I can't just put paint thinner on my clothes and stuff. It'll destroy the clothing. So I had to come up with my own little concoction. It's like some vinegar and a couple other things. You mix them together, you put it on stains like this, it comes right out of clothes. It's nice.
Your own concoction to get red paint out?
To get red paint out of clothes. Red paint stains a lot.
Hey, do you have any more of those empty containers?
Yeah, I have some.
Martin just still bending over, brushing up the little samples.
Yep.
I like the idea that Lark just has this little bit in one cup, whereas Martin has 15 cups full of residue.
How'd you get so much? I told you if you found the jackpot to let me know. I've been over here picking up granules with tweezers.
I got a
Well,
roll.
Martin, you missed some.
I mean, most of it's residue, but I think I may have actually found a good chunk of unadulterated ether.
Hold on. Vess kind of makes his way over to it. You say, did you say it was unregulated or unmarked ether?
Unadulterated.
Unadulterated. Okay.
Trolls.
Can you tell from the manufacturing state what it would have probably been used for?
This was headed for a refinery. This is.
So it's raw. Okay.
It's raw. Yeah.
Why is raw ether being sent? Vess looks over at Aspen. Why were they sending raw ether downriver?
You know? I don't know. I don't know.
Boat coming out of the
Oh,
mines could have
boats just
dropped
go
it.
up and down river all the time. I mean, there's no way to know for sure if it was getting sent downriver deliberately.
No, because with where that fire started, the refineries are on that first leg of the river right off of the mine. They have that all concentrated up there. For raw ether to make it this far down,
Well, it definitely is not what caught fire.
really, the raw ether didn't catch fire?
The raw ether did not catch fire.
I think that
Do
this
you
is.
want me to play a card in order to try and establish that as a fact, or
I think that I am willing to accept that as a fact.
okay.
Everyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
So yeah, I think that it was definitely it was not the raw ether that caught on fire. It was entirely in agreement on that. Which means
on board the ship and nobody knew about it. I mean, it was refined. The only thing that would have been able to catch fire would be the refined stuff.
right, which is why they're so careful about fire protection on those ships most of the time. But why would you smuggle raw ether south of the wall?
Maybe there really is a rebellion brewing down here.
Yeah, but raw ether wouldn't help them. They need the refined stuff, and you couldn't hide an ether refinery. Not like that. Not one that would get you good enough ether quality to use.
Unless you were trying to analyze it.
Perhaps they weren't trying to refine it. Maybe they're just trying to weaponize it.
That's possible. I mean, you'd have to have a hell of a base charge to set it off. But yeah, you could make a hell of a dirty bomb with enough unprocessed ether. But you'd need. He looks over towards Martin. A lot of it, right? Like a lot of it.
Oh yeah, you need a boat full of it. Like, we're not talking about a backpack like that. Yeah.
That I don't like. Because if they need a boat full of it, and if there was raw ether on this ship, who knows how many others had it on there also.
Yeah, but I mean, do we think that anybody would be willing to escalate this? Like, I don't know. It just, I feel like somebody, especially in these quantities. First of all, they couldn't have had that. They would have. It would have raised too many eyebrows to have a significant quantity of raw ore on board.
But again, these boats run down daily almost. You don't have to do. If you plan it out, you don't need to do it all at once.
It's not uncommon for a canister of raw ether to just fall off the back of the barge.
And
Of the process
Not at all.
ether, you mean? Because
Yeah,
again, raw ether doesn't do any actual service for most people.
I'm just saying, if you wanted it raw, and you knew somebody who worked at the
Yeah,
mines,
that's fair. Yeah, you could very easily get a canister.
it would
on
be
a
easier to
ship.
get it raw than it would to be to get it processed.
Yeah, but then finding someone to process it in a sort of meaningful way.
Yeah, but again, if you're just trying to blow something up, then it doesn't need
True.
to be.
There are
Right.
way easier ways to blow things up, and it doesn't even have to involve ether.
It is if you wanted to send a message.
Yeah, exactly.
It depends on the message.
Ether refinery.
yep.
Are we know? Is anybody even let us in there?
Well, I mean, it's definitely a safety concern worth figuring out. And I may know a few people who can help us get in.
Aspen, you dropped your silver spoon.
Asshole.
Are you actually going to say that?
Yeah, he says it.
Dick.
She's
Because
just
it's like
gonna,
a running it's a running joke. He is pretty certain that she comes from money and she won't just admit it to him.
she's gonna kind of chew on the inside of her lip for a second and dart eyes at Cassius. Anyway, if y'all are willing to go check it out, I mean, it is a safety concern, but I have to say it is an unsurprising safety concern.
The question is, can it wait till morning?
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but it's been kind of an eventful day. I was climbing all over the place trying to help those kids figure out how to graffiti. They were holding the cans too close to the wall, and then they were too far away, and it was a whole thing. My back hurts. I could use some sleep.
Then why don't we go to bed? And we'll meet back up at the bar in the morning.
Groovy.
Does oh god, this is embarrassing. Does anybody have a place I could crash for the night?
You can stay at my place if you want to.
That would be awesome.
Got a long walk, so when we get back to the city, I'm gonna call a car.
Great, I'll help pay.
That's the time passes music.
Right. So does anybody have anything they want to reveal about their character by where they stay?
Martin has a hole in the wall above the hole in the wall. Basically,
Cassius has an apartment right in this area.
Yeah, hang on. I'll draw all that. Give me a second.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Lark is either homeless or on the run or something. You're not really sure, but she couch surfs or sleeps wherever she can find.
yeah, Martin and the owner of the hole in the wall have an understanding.
So is it on top of the hole in the wall, or is it an offshoot?
No, it's on top.
Okay.
It's like a loft.
I'm just gonna draw a square and a square.
So for Vest, he has a apartment slash office that is kind of over in this generalized area somewhere, and it's actually an office in a building, and it has Veteran Hilt. Veteran Hilt PI on it. And he opens his door, sifts through his mails, and there is a desk that is full of papers, a couch,
Sorry, I'm back.
and a little kitchen and bathroom off to the side that has way too many crumpled packs of cigarettes. The entire room smells a little bit like burnt ether from all of his cigarettes, and just empty bottles of cheap booze. so many empty bottles of cheap booze.
Go ahead and draw where Aspen's at.
Damn, you living like a king.
Yeah, she is.
Aspen will probably be on this side, close to the wall. It's far away from the rest of them. And she has a house. Thank you for moving the zoo, Leia.
I didn't mean to.
That was so funny. I just saw the zoo kind of move.
Yeah, I was trying to drag the map and I accidentally clicked where the zoo was.
It's okay. It was
Oh,
just
no.
funny. Yeah, y'all can draw and move things also. Okay. All right.
Right, the zoo's not actually attached to the ground. It hovers and shifts.
Yeah, it's
Sylvie
a
live.
flying zoo.
So I am trying to actually remember because I know she used to be from a rich family, but I think she moved to Forger's Alley. So she currently probably has like a little cabin just outside of a more busy central Forger's Alley.
So, like, right
It could be somewhere around up there.
Yeah.
Because this is also kind of anywhere near the river is going to be your busier sections of Forger's Alley.
well, and the market's up here.
Yeah, the market is up there, so yeah.
So, like, right in here?
Well, she would probably want to be opposite of busy, so somewhere a little bit more secluded, just because she doesn't want to be found by her family.
Well, she could also live somewhere over, just again. Yeah.
Yeah. How about close to the hole in the wall bar?
So okay,
Maybe like sort of.
Mimi, if you go
What?
over to the arrow on the top right of your owlbear screen where the map is, you can click it, and the one that looks like a raindrop is a pointer. If you click on that, you can point on the screen where you want something to be.
Also, if you're on the hand tool, the select tool, if you use your right mouse button, it turns into the pointer automatically, so you don't have to actually swap back and forth.
Oh, that's dope. I didn't know that.
That is
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Okay, so right about
That's
there.
cool.
Fantastic.
Yeah, right about here.
We'll get that drawn. Is it like a house? Is it like a house? Is it an apartment?
Maybe like a little cabin, a cute little cottage core type of cabin.
Wrong one.
In which maybe.
There you go.
Perfect.
This might be a good place to pause.
I was thinking about maybe we should, since we're about 35 minutes, go ahead and just do a little thing where we do character development, and then maybe call it for the night. I think this is a really good stopping point.
I agree.
Yes, I want to do character development.
All right. So, for character development, if you will look at the hands you have and match them to either stabilization or disruption, whichever one you fit into.
What do I do with that?
So for like me, being a type 2, mine is when you end the session with at least one heart card in your hand, you've either saved love for yourself or accepted the love given to you by others. And And so I get to pick one from the list because I've never picked one because I have 2 heart cards in my hand.
Okay, so I see. No 3s, which means I get a disruption. That sounds bad.
They're not bad.
Not
Yeah, stabilization and disruption is neither bad nor good. It's just a way to develop the character.
all right.
Nobody
So-
noticed my value, not even me.
All right. I disrupt because I only have 2 suits of cards. I am. I am going to pick something from the analytical investigator to add to my sheet. What do I want?
I think I've got mine.
Well, why don't you share with the class?
Right.
So I am actually going to pick something that I show to others from the introspective individual list. And let's see. After the comment from Cassius about the silver spoon, she realized she didn't realize, she thinks she is now very alone in this group. The comment made her feel kind of gross. And so the thing I'm picking from the Type 4 introspective individualist is a smile that lights up a room, hiding how alone she feels in it.
Damn, that was just a joke.
Jokes have impact sometime. I think that the item that I am picking from the analytical investigator is a neon green ether infused hair ribbon. It hangs in his office, and it belongs to someone who was at one point very, very important to him. That he was not full. That he was. It's the same person for the war that he was able to rescue from something that was outside their control, and they trusted him implicitly. This is the last thing he has to remember them by.
For Lark, she stabilized, and I am choosing to pick an item that tells a story from the Principled Reformer and tell its story. And the item that I chose is a pin. It's a pin in your hat, but I'm going to choose it's a pin that she puts on her jacket that she used to keep in her bag. And she puts it like right on the pocket of her new denim jacket. And it looks like a little like gilded lotus flower with a pearl in the center. And it has a meaning to anyone who is familiar with any of the resistance groups, because lotuses symbolize rebirth and things like that. It is a symbol of resistance, but it's a fairly obscure symbol. It doesn't mark her as being necessarily a rebel, but it's her own little form of rebellion to have the pin on her jacket.
So, question about the passionate protector. On the list of pick one that tells a story, there is an effect. What does that mean?
It should say epithet. It's a name. It's a name. It's a name that you are known by. It should be epithet, not whatever that is.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I will go ahead and go next here. So Sylvie, for Sylvie, I'm going to, she's stabilized. So from the nurturing supporter selection, I'm going to pick one new thing that she has with her and tell the group about it. So Sylvie has drawn a sketch of Aspen in her journal slash sketchbook, who she feels like she had made a new connection with. This is the first time in a long time that she's, felt a new connection with people, especially after having freed her family. So she's been very alone for a long time, and that has had this impact on how she views herself, of course. Her respect has grown for Aspen, and so she wanted to have some sort of a kind of like a little memorial of her, something that she can keep with her, so she can always just be like, "Hey, this is a good moment in time for me to kind of keep with me."
That's so sweet.
That's very sweet, and I feel so bad because Aston's like, now I'm so alone, and
Yeah.
Sylvia's like, I made a friend today.
I know, it's the parallel there is cracking me up.
Meanwhile, Martin is like, why does Martin's just even more confused because he can feel it. He can feel the shift. He felt the shift when Cassius made the joke and Aspen it hurt her.
Yeah.
And Martin's
Yeah.
like, but why?
Yeah, Martin could definitely feel that just tinge of emotional hurt after Cassius said that through the bracelet. And she's
Everybody,
gonna actually consistently forget you have it unless you bring it up because she's so used to not.
oh, and I mean the more that he can feel it because I mean it's so strong.
Yeah.
The more he's gonna be like, do I even say anything or should I just shut my mouth?
Say something, dummy.
And she's gonna feel the confusion from the bracelet also, but it's just she's gotten so used to just ignoring it. It's just a thing on her wrist now that she forgets often.
Okay, so all right. I think I am going to I stabilize. So let's get that out of the way first of all. I am torn between. All right, I'm going to pick an item, pick an item that tells the story from the Passionate Protector and tell its story. So Martin has this sample container and this piece of raw ether, and he obsessively just turning it over and examining it examining it, and the first time he found it, and the first time that he started talking with everybody about it, why was it on the boat, blah blah blah. There was a tone of um, curiosity, of his typical attitude. But the more that he sits with it, and the more that and I mean, it's part of his, like, the way that he strums his fingers. It seems like it's almost like he's doing a Rubik's Cube puzzle with it. And it seems like he is overthinking about it, and like it has caused a, a memory, for all intents and purposes, to bubble up to the surface. So he's taking this item from the Passionate Protector book, an epithet that follows you like a ghost, one that you earned in your darkest moments, a shackle to who you fear you really are inside.
And what is that epithet?
Oh, the epithet is people called him a know-it-all. People called him the man who knew too much, and it was all it
I
was
like the man who knew too much.
and it was all surrounding. Um, it had to do with his past life. It had to do with his past as an ether tech researcher, and this whole thing about a darkest moment and a shackle to who you feel you really are inside. Like, yeah.
I like the man who knew too much. That's a great epithet for Martin.
Well, so Cassius gets a deconstruction.
Disruption.
With the number 3, with the personality 3. We're going to throw one. If you end the session with no 3s of any suit in your hand, right, own hand or someone else's.
So yeah, you get to ask if anyone else has a 3 in their hand.
Does anybody else have a 3 in their hand?
I do.
Oh, okay. So I don't disruption. Stabilize. Yeah, I'm not ready yet.
I think
Thought
you're
I
it.
was looking. I mean, I was looking that whole time at disruption because I missed the part where it said anyone else's hand.
Yep.
Okay, so only Martin sees my value. Like, what the hell, guys?
I also have a 3, which makes sense because you and I had a fantastic evening painting Charlie's office. So yeah, I also have a 3.
I was gonna say somebody recalled all the cards. I don't know. Aspen definitely didn't see your value.
It's not my fault Aspen took it personally. Jeez. Maybe if she was more honest with her friends.
What are you talking about? Just knows exactly what's going on. You just aren't a good friend.
Ooh.
I'm a great friend.
Shit.
Great friend.
Anyway, what are you stabilizing into?
I guess you can always work together with others for a common goal. When you trade, you could look at each other's hands and choose whether.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Yeah. Team player.
Woot.
Aspen will forgive him. It'll be fine.
All right.
So yeah.
I think everybody
Yeah.
has developed their character. I think this is a really good stopping point for the night.
This was
Yeah.
super fun. I'm excited for all of the fun things that we've laid the groundwork for right now.
Yeah,
For
there's a
real.
lot of there's a lot of good ways for us to go from here.
A lot
Yeah.
of drama coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bum, bum. But all right, I think that's where we're gonna call it for the night. I'm very excited for the next recording, the next playthrough, and we will catch you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.